Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another Ni No Kuni Crossworlds video, and today we're going to talk about AFK farming in this game. And look, AFK farming is just a core mechanic of Ni No Kuni Crossworlds. It's something you're going to need to do to get into that 200k plus CP range and push your account beyond that. You get a ton of experience, you get a ton of gold, you get a ton of crafting materials, enhancement materials, power-up materials. You get so much from AFK farming in this game. You're just going to have to do it. Now, what I want to talk about first are the two basic methods of AFK farming. Right here, you see my guy, he's on the screen, he's in a good position. I'm not using any potions, I'm just sitting here killing mobs. This is the long-term grinding approach, right? This is the approach you use when you want to set your phone down while you sleep, while you want to maybe go into AI mode while you're at work. You just find a group of mobs that drop what you want them to drop and that are within your 8 level range. Keep in mind, whenever you're AFK grinding, you need to be within 8 levels of the mobs that you're killing to have access to their entire loot table. So for the long-term approach, find yourself a nice spot, set up, you can adjust, and let me show you this is a big tip. You can actually adjust the range in which your character will go acquire mobs. If you go into game and go to auto battle distance, like let's say I did not want my dude just hunting around the map, I can lower this distance, and so now he will only fight this one camp. Even if he kills them all, he won't start pivoting around the map, and who knows where he'll end up if I leave him farming overnight and just let him run wherever he wants. So that's kind of a tip. This is the easiest method, right? It doesn't consume any valuable resources. You can just use your time and farm. Now, the other method is the short burst method. Essentially, it's the 30-minute window method, where you take advantage of 2 different potions in the game that you will get daily. One of them is this green energy drink. This is a 700% more items, gold, and experience gain potion. Huge. If you have 30 minutes where you can kind of pay attention to what you're doing, but you want to like AFK, maybe you're eating lunch, you just want to set your phone down and let it play itself for 30 minutes, use these energy drinks. And if you combine them with these other potions we have here, the Aroma of Focus, these give you a 700% more soul stones and specialties when defeating enemies in the normal field and the chaos field. Pay special attention to that soul stone drop right there. That'll be more important later. So if you want to really take advantage of a 30-minute window, you can pop these potions. There are a couple things to worry about when you pop the potions though. You can get PK'd while you're auto farming in certain areas. For the chaos fields, which is what you see me in right here, if you go to the chaos field, and here I'll open up the little thing. If you go to Ancient Ruins, floor 2 or 3, you can get player killed here. So it's very dangerous to farm here AFK if you're in a war with another kingdom, or you could just get PK'd by some random PKer who just wants to ruin your day. So if you're gonna pop potions, you don't want to just be not paying any attention at all. If you get killed at some point in your overnight farm, yeah, that kind of sucks, but you still probably got some farm done and it's better than nothing. Just something to keep in mind there. Now, why would you farm the chaos field? Let's talk about the actual drops here next. This chaos field is a huge source of territe. Right at the beginning of recording this video, I got 2 just from a drop. As you progress in the game and as you progress through chaos fields, the territe drop rate increases dramatically. So you can use chaos fields to help you get more territe, which is a bottleneck in this game. So it's a great source of that. The loot tables for the mobs here also include the gems for enhancing your weapons, which you can see just slotting this gem in would give me 641 CP. So a huge boost there, as well as varnishes for those gems, which is also a big deal. It also comes with things like crafting recipes, crafting materials, and magic tomes, like skill book tomes to level up your skills. So tons of valuable loot from the chaos field. Also, let me put some screenshots on the screen here real quick of how much gold and experience I get if I just leave this thing farming overnight. When I did this, I think I was like in the low 40s, and you can see I got a ton of experience and a ton of gold. You use gold for like everything in this game. So being able to AFK farm and get a bunch of gold from the chaos rooms is a big deal. You should farm the chaos rooms if you want territe, if you want a lot of experience in gold, and if you want those like weapon tomes that drop and the weapon gems. Now, there is another place to AFK grind. Let's go check that out next. Let me disengage from these mobs. I'm going to turn my auto off. and run away. It won't let me fast travel if my auto's on. Here we go. We've escaped. Okay, I'm going to open up the map. I'm going to go to the world map. You can AFK farm in any of these zones. However, once you get past Serene Forest and you start getting to like, the canyon and Allegra Plateau, again, these are PK zones. If you're in a guild war, you probably don't want to AFK farm there. Just keep that in mind. Now, if you click on one of these, right, you have the list of monsters. If you're choosing to AFK farm in the open world, why would you do that? Well, one of the big reasons is for these guys right here, the spirit souls. These are what you use to fill out your bestiary, right? To fill out, what's it called in the game? It's called the records tab. You use these to fill out your records, which give your character buffs, give your account buffs, and raise your CP. So you can pick a place to farm one of these. The regular mobs also drop crafting materials, recipes. You got the crystals. You've got the Swift Solution certificates. They drop things you can turn in for more daily Swift Solution quests, which are a massive part of experience in this game. So they also drop weapon and armor varnishes. They drop weapon varnishes for the element they are. So this is a dark element mob. He will drop dark weapon varnishes. Huge. You need these to power up your weapons, and this is how you start kind of increasing your CP in this game. You just need all this stuff, and that you can get it AFK is nice. They also drop the genie turn-in badges for the alchemy genie. And you know how every mob, like every group of mobs in the open world, has that one mob that's a little bit harder? It's kind of like the mini boss mob. Those mini boss mobs have really good loot. They have 2 treasure boxes that can drop. One of them, the vintage trunk, has a chance of having level up materials for your, or enhancing materials for your weapons, and Tetris pieces. I don't know what else to call these. They're called puzzle blocks. They're Tetris pieces, but you need those. You can also get varnishes, and you can get magic tomes in the game. Like here's the Destroyer Tome Parry. Here's the Engineer Tome Healing Cycle. So you can get those from drops from these little mini boss mobs. Really good stuff, as well as again crafting materials and golden EXP. So, okay, you want to farm these. Oh, wait, one more box to talk about. You've got the locked prototype trunk. Now, these are so good. You actually have to go buy a key card. These are in the shop. They're not that hard to find. Look at what these have in them. They have a ton of these materials for your weapons, as well as varnish for accessories and 2 different skill tomes. Magic Tome Parry is in this one, as well as Magic Tome Ignore Pain. This would be a new skill for my Destroyer if I could get this to drop and get lucky with the rolls. So this is one way of gaining new skills for your character, is by farming these mobs. You can also just click this move button right here. Like I'm going to click move, I'm going to click fast travel, and my dude's just going to port in and run to the mob. He'll actually mount up and run there. So it's super easy to go find the ones that you want. Just remember, if you want to stay within 8 levels of the mobs you're farming, and you want to adjust your range to keep your dude from just running around crazy. He might end up at some point just farming something he never meant to farm. So have the AI just run you here. Like I'm going to go pick a pack of mobs. Let's say I was just going to farm these guys. I could just park over here, turn on auto, and I'd want to switch to probably elemental appropriate weapons. I'm not going to worry about that for now, but I could just sit here overnight, or again, I could pop my potions. The benefit of the 2 potion approach for these guys is, yes, this one will give you more loot, experience, and gold, just like always, but when you're farming soulstones particularly, it makes these aroma of focuses more useful. Oftentimes, and I'll put a screenshot on the screen of what I got for 30 minutes of farming under the effect of aroma of focus and an EXP potion, you can almost max out the bestiary entry, the records entry for these mobs in just 1 potion plus a little bit more grinding. So it's a really good way to AFK farm and just start filling out that codex, right? This is a great way to do it. It's a great place to AFK farm for that stuff. And then I also want to give, again, another shout out, those Swift Solution certificates. You guys, your daily Swift Solution quests are just one of the main ways you level up once you hit that first level wall. So having access to more of those every day is a huge deal. All right. That's my little AFK farming guide. Again, the reason you want to farm in the different places, if you go into the chaos rooms, that's for Territe and the special drops that they have in there. If you're farming in the open world, it's to help fill out your bestiary and get access to more Swift Solution tomes. And then if you're farming one thing in particular, you can always click the monster button on the map and just see if the mob you want to farm has it. Like varnishes, Sure, hunt these mobs in the open world that are the right element to get your varnishes. Like here, water element. If your best weapon in the game is a water weapon, here's where you can get some varnishes to power that up. Okay, I think that covers my AFK farming guide. You just want to do this as much as you can. Last tip, if you're going to be gone for a while, don't pop your potions because you might get PK'd, and that would suck. Okay, that's going to be the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Peace.